Welcome to the Spatial Aspects of Printing module. Let's get started. What are spatial aspects of printing and why are they important? When proper spatial organization is used, printing is easier to read. The spatial aspects that are important for printing include letter sizing, using the lines properly, spacing within and between words, and proper use of margins. Visual cues help support a child to learn how to organize their letters on the paper. Visual cues can help a child target where their letters sit on the line, what size the letters should be on the page, and where to start on the page and move across the line when printing. Blank paper does not provide visual cues, making spatial aspects of printing more challenging. All numbers in uppercase letters are tall letters, but there are 3 different sizes of lowercase letters. The 3 sizes of letters are tall, small, and sinker letters. The tall letters include B, D, F, H, K, L, T. The small letters include A, C, E, I, M, N, O, R, S, U, V, W, X, and Z. The sinkers or fall letters include G, J, P, Q, and Y. To practice letter sizing, start with recognizing the different groups of letter sizes. This can be done by providing a child with a lowercase alphabet strip and having them circle the 7 tall lowercase letters and cross out the 5 sinker letters. Once a child can recognize the letter size groups, then they can move on to copying all tall, small, and sinker letter groups. And finally, a child can progress to copying words and sentences with proper letter sizing. Letters need to be consistently sized and printed on the writing line. It is important to teach a child the proper way to use the different types of lined paper at school or at home. If a child has trouble staying within the lines of the paper, try adding visual cues to the current paper, such as highlighting the baseline. Explore the use of different kinds of lined paper, or provide them with narrow strips of paper for practice. As mentioned, there are many different types of paper. Some of the most commonly used types of lined paper include triple lined paper or color cued paper, such as sky, grass, dirt paper, raised line paper, which helps the child feel the line, wide lined paper, which provides more space for larger writing, graph paper, which can help a child with spacing within and between words, handwriting without tears double lined paper, which is commercially available, high write paper, which is commercially available and highlights the writing space as a visual cue for placement of letters. Ready space paper, which is also commercially available, provides green and red margins and a designated space for each letter. Regular paper can be modified too. To modify paper, you can highlight the writing space for small letters, highlight the left margin in green and the right margin in red, use a ruler and blank paper to create wide lined paper. It is not only how letters are formed and placed on the line, but the spacing between letters and words can greatly impact legibility. Visual and tactile cues can assist with spacing, such as using a popsicle stick between words or teaching a child to use their finger. You can help a child with spacing by adding a visual cue to prompt spacing. For example, use a circle, dash, or dot between words in a sentence. Teaching a child that the visual cue is where the space is between words in a sentence. Overemphasizing spaces between words by making the spaces large enough so that they cannot go unnoticed. Having a child read the words out loud when writing and say the word space when there is a space. Using a physical spacer, such as a popsicle stick, finger, eraser, or small post-it note. Using a large, square graph paper to help visualize spacing of words and letters. Some children have difficulties with printing all the way to the right-hand side of the page before moving to the next line. To help a child use margins appropriately, highlight green for go, starting on the left margin, and red for stop so they know when to move to the next line. Finally, it is important to teach children to identify mistakes and edit their work. Encourage a child to edit their own work. After printing, have them look over their own work and identify the best letters and letters that can be improved. Provide a visual model of the alphabet, such as a strip on their desk, and have them compare that example. Encourage them to identify their own mistakes and correct them. To help a child edit their own work, you can try using self-editing checklists, playing Find the Errors activities such as the Fix the Sentence game, playing online games such as abcya.com's Fun Factory Punctuation and Capitalization, and a good eraser makes all the difference. When considering the spatial aspects of printing, ask the child if their work includes the following: all letters sitting on the line, diver letters hanging below the line, finger spacing between each word, capitals at the beginning of the sentence, and periods at the end of the sentence. Thank you for viewing the Spatial Aspects of Printing module. Please refer to the references listed on this slide for additional information, or speak to your child's occupational therapist.